Nah, I don't even know how that one went, bro. But you know how we'd do it. Oh, give me a second, family. Yeah, got it. Peace, 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 everybody. On this amazing holy day. Just getting everything settled. We're gonna play a quick film. But I hope everybody having an amazing day. Like I said, I hope everyone, if you don't know how to tie your turban or your she mag, hit me up. We do these turban wrapping classes every so often, privately, on Zoom. And the only way to learn is to be a student, man. So sit back and relax. Let me get everything situated for you. And I'm gonna play this film. Dr. Yosef Ben Joconi. And it's entitled, let's make sure I got my volume up. Christianity's African Roots. Keep dropping these classic films, man, for y'all. From our elders. Let's play.
Friends, fellow Africans, I know that the term fellow Africans may stun some of you today, particularly now that you are celebrating the 32nd Founders Day luncheon. But I said African very wisely because one time this institution and all of the other black institutions, and I hope that you forgive me for the term black because many of us have passed that stage. But nevertheless, I said black because I think that if Jesus was here celebrating, he would actually have to say the same thing. Unless we do not know where Jesus came from. I was reading a book and I wanted to know what should I tell these people when I come, and I noticed that the vast majority of the people here are women. And I noticed that the pastor must be very busy because everybody here is Mrs. Somebody. I was trying to figure which one I'm going to take home, but I can't take home any. But then it says, don't mess with the sheep until you check with the shepherd. I came to celebrate with you your second 32nd celebration. I came to celebrate with you even the first celebration. The first celebration of the person who later at Calvary became the deity of your religion. I came to celebrate because when I was looking in the book today, there was a song that came by my mind and it shocked me. It says, "Make me whiter than snow, Lord." I wonder how could that be, looking as I do. And then I looked in the picture, I said, I want some pictures to show the people what I mean. And so I got all the picture Bibles, and I couldn't find one looking like me. Not even an angel. And I said, well, wait, no, I better speak to my people about the little few things And then I read the book again, and it said his mother brought him into Africa. Of course, your book don't say Africa, it says Egypt, but the last time I saw Egypt, it was still in Africa. Because Herod was about to kill him. And then I said, let me go back further and deal with this thing that you're here to celebrate. And then I came to the point where it says the 10th commandment by an African named Moses. His religion being Jewish. And somebody said to me, what do you mean an African named Moses? There was only one Moses, the black Moses, Isaac Hayes. And I said, I am speaking about the only kind of Moses mentioned in the book of Exodus, an African born in the city of Goshen, on the Nile. And so I said, it's easy for me. I'm coming, actually, to a homecoming celebration. Now, I'm not going to mess with theology. I'm not going to mess with that. Got a man here does that very well. And like they says, when you go to court, the daughter, don't mess with the mama. And in looking at this, what I'm going to celebrate, I think of some names. Absalom Jones, as he bolted the white church and went in and discovered and founded his own black church. The Black Episcopal Church. I thought of Richard Allen as he bolted the white church and found his own African Methodist Episcopal Church. And then I started to think, well, where does the Baptist come in? And I remember the name Palmer, when Palmer said, yes, they are black churches, but they do not speak to the little fellow, no more than the white church. So I will start the Black Baptist Church, so I can speak to everyone. This was the time when the black church was a revolutionary church, was a church that housed such names as Henry Highland Garnet, Nat Turner, Denmark Vesey, Sojourner Truth, and others. Even David Walker, who had made the Master Appeal, along with Frederick Douglass and so many others. The names of these men and women stand significantly on my mouth as I speak to you this afternoon, because they too remembered that it was not slavery that brought Christianity to you. You brought Christianity to Europe. Paul did not create Christianity. Paul was trying to explain an African Asian religion to the Romans. And he could only explain it in terms which the Romans knew. Slavery was nothing that brought Christianity to you. The church started in Egypt with Antiochus and Photius. Ethiopia had a Christian religion and a Christian church 150 years before Rome knew what Christianity was.
Wahido.
Those are your people.
Coptic.
I am speaking about a religion that came out of the bowels of Central Africa. Because when we look at the Book of the Dead, the pyramid texts and the card texts and the Osirian drama, the 147 negative confessions that set the foundation for the 10 commandments. When I look at Akhenaten, otherwise called Amenhotep IV, and his teaching of monotheism before another African named Moses was born, I could only rejoice in your 32nd birthday today. To think of the fact that you, the people, what the Bible says, and the third river, this is Genesis, mind you, and the third river flows through the land of Ethiopia, and that river is Aliba. And then you say, when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see. This is a history. Your homecoming today, your celebration today, reaches out much farther than what it may seem. Certainly, when we speak of the Nile Valley, we must think and remember that it was there that the infant Jesus was held, was given him. Just think back for one moment that Jimmy Carter, that's the president, I understood, sent the United States Army, the Air Force and the Navy to look for a little blonde, blue-eyed boy among you. And they searched every family, every little boy, and didn't find that blonde, blue-eyed boy. It must mean one thing. That boy was not blonde and blue-eyed in the first place, for he was a chameleon and turned black. All right. I'm talking about Jesus. Probably you may never have heard of him mentioned in this way, because it would seem to me that you have not heard of the Aquarian Gospel, but you might not have heard of those books that were removed at the Nicene Conference. The Nicene Conference that was held in 325 AD when Rome changed Christianity to Christendom. Quite a difference.
To Christendom.
One has to remember, as I look around and see these beautiful women, I remember three basically precious black women like yourselves. Those who were the first to die in the name of Jesus. Three African women from a place called Carthage, now called Morocco. Felicita, Nymphano, and Perpetua. The first to die in the name of Jesus the Christ. Look what I said, the Christ. The Romans had not yet stopped saying the anointed. We used to say Jesus the Christ, Joshua Christus. The Romans changed that. They couldn't understand what we were doing at all. They couldn't understand anymore, so that they told us that they give us philosophy, that the Greeks give us philosophy, when in fact there wasn't a single Greek in history until 833 when Homer wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey. All right. And Homer said that even the god Apollo and the god Zeus came from Ethiopia. All right. In other words, the Europeans were saying that those of us who now are like the invisible man were the ones who even brought them the concept of a god. They said that African people, that we do not have philosophy. All we have is the blues. No, they beat the blues now. It's very good. Sing it sometimes. But they forgot that from the first so-called Greek philosopher Thales to the last of the Greek philosophers, Socrates, and the center one, the most noted of them, Socrates, came to Africa, to your ancestors and mine, to learn philosophy, only to go back to become the father of it. It's no different than Benny Goodman going to Duke Ellington to learn to play jazz and become the king of jazz. All right. Let us not forget it was your ancestors. When there were 7 bishops of North Africa and 7 patriarchs, there wasn't one in Rome yet. The other day you read that the Pope of the Roman Catholic Church from Poland was going from Rome to Poland to look at the picture of the Black Madonna and Child. All right, here she is, the Black Madonna and Child. Here she is over there. Here she is over there. The Pope was going to look at the statue of the Black Madonna and Child. He was going to look at a Black Mary and a Black child named Jesus. Isn't it strange that when you sing in church, you don't lay back and sing, close your eyes, and see yourself? Rather strange, isn't it? But then to speak like this, you say, well, we don't want to hear that. I can't say it because we're in a church setting, but you know, they say a nigga in. Well, let's leave it like that. And why would we say that? We say it because this part of our history, we do not know. Thus, the people who give to the world Christianity is now being told that it's only slavery why they got Christianity. The Bible did not say, and Rome shall stretch forth her hand unto God. It said, and Ethiopia, where shall stretch forth her hand unto God. Huh? We are celebrating the 32nd birthday. Let's celebrate it all the way. Let's go to the Grand Lodge of Luxor, where your ancestors and mine started the concept of religion, of the deity. When they started to conceive that man could not be here solely by himself, automatically, just from the space, that man must have had some sort of a physical as well as a spiritual beginning. And it's along the line that your ancestors decided, and from there at the Grand Lodge of Luxor, in what was then called the mystery system, they developed in the priesthood a certain liberal arts. It was in religion that man developed science, not in science man developed religion. Thus, there should be no conflict between religion and evolution if one knows what one is speaking about. There is no conflict when I say there's an evolutionary process that goes on when the mother received the little seedling from the father. There's a tremendous amount of evolutionary processes go on in that stage before the child comes out. But that doesn't mean that the child doesn't come out with a spirit. All right. The soul, that inner self that we call that. I couldn't point you out the soul no more than you can, but you can feel it, you can understand it. Thus it is that when we talk about I love you with all my heart, we as African people know that the heart cannot love. It is only a piece of muscle that pumps the blood, but we are saying it symbolically. Because in the Book of the Dead and the Pyramid text and the Coffin text, we show a picture of the heart being weighed against the feather of truth, which the United States government, the Supreme Court symbol, adopted, but still told us we got no history. All right. Not only did they adopt from us, but on the dollar bill, right on the green side of your dollar bill, there is your history. Not Alice Haley's roots. It's not a thing. Everybody has got my roots in slavery. I'm talking way before anybody knows me well, much less the slave. On that dollar bill, you see the symbol of the God concept symbolized by the sun, and the pyramid, the house of fire, and the ever-seeing eyes. All right. And in other places, that symbol which you use for Jesus in memory of Calvary originally started out as the H, A-N-K-H, the key of life. Isn't it strange, or is it strange that at Calvary Jesus would be placed on the same symbol, but you seem only to think of the death. But Jesus didn't preach the death. Jesus said after this death there is a life, a resurrection, and a life, which the African people had brought up traditionally. The scholarship of Jesus was not to be questioned. All right. His years at the Grand Lodge of Luxor from age 12 to age 30 was not to be questioned because it was a scholarship undeniable. All right. As his ancient teachers also called priests. For it was as a boy went into the synagogue or to the center of worship, the Grand Lodge of Luxor, at age 7, and he did not leave until 47. Then he was considered a priest. He had gotten the concept of the summum bonum, the law of the greatest good. So that when the Greeks are talking, and anyone in your university, and I laugh when I hear my professors speaking about the Greeks giving us the concept of the law of the greatest good, and we don't have the Greeks in history until 833. This was written on the Grand Lodge of Luxor, 5100 BC. All right. No less so than when we talk about dates, we could not come here this afternoon. You wouldn't know what to come were it not for a calendar. The calendar that your ancestors gave to the world in 10,000 BC, which they then called the stellar calendar. That calendar not being accurate enough, your ancestors then revised it and created what was called the solar calendar with 365 and a quarter day corrected each 7th year. And it was another African from Ethiopia who found it necessary to change the calendar for Justinian from 365 and a quarter day to 365 days corrected each 4th year. Yet, these are the people we are told, for those of us who have studied medicine, know very well that in the university you are told that Hippocrates was the father of medicine, yet Hippocrates wasn't born until 333 BC. And when we see Hippocrates for the first time, he is in Africa, in Egypt and Nubia, studying medicine, which is the father of learning the works of Imhotep, the first known multi-genius in human history, thousands of years before Michelangelo. Imhotep, who was the grand vizier, the prime minister, the physician, the man who designed the first step pyramid, the man who gave us the term, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. That's what the man, the Greeks knew, the greatness of this physician, that they call him the god Asclepius. And now, we the descendants of this African, we are called ignorant, sharply said, that we are a little brighter than an ape. Poor sharply. But then, as we examine the records much further, and we start to think of the Christianity that you're here celebrating, modern Christianity came from 3 Africans. The first one was Tertullian. The second one was Cyprian, the bishop of Carthage. And the third and most noted was Augustine, otherwise called Saint Augustine. It is Augustine's book on Christian doctrines upon which modern Christianity rests. The moral concept of Christianity was laid down by Augustine in 2 works, a Christian doctrine and the holy city of God, after Augustine had already written his book, The Confession. All right. He's here, right here. If I'm going wrong, he can tell you. Yes, my brothers and my sisters, you are not here as Christians looking in, or people looking in on Christianity, trying to be Christians. You started the religion. You have no apology to pay to anyone. And anyone that tells you Christianity is the white man's religion, tell them, you really do not know what you talk about. You will have to go and remember that even the first monastery on the island of Philly, on the Nile, were by Africans. And let me talk to you, my sisters, because I remember the time when we worship our sisters, our mothers, our women. And now I understood women don't want to be women no more, they're persons. Well, I always thought they were persons. But these days, the way things are going. But it was, remember these words, Holy Mary, Mother of God, blessed are the fruit of thy womb. It was Mary's womb where the infant Jesus came from. And Jesus couldn't come from an unholy place. It had to be very holy. I don't want to preach because I don't want to, I'm yeah. Let us understand what we're reading. Let us read it a little bit slower. Let us take that Bible and read it word for word. Let us read Genesis and see where it's talking about. Genesis is not in Europe. Exodus isn't taking place in Europe. It is taking place between Asia and Africa. All right. Last week, you were there singing on Good Friday. you had sung on Holy Saturday. And on Sunday, you rejoice. He has arisen. But they're just mere words if you don't have the meaning behind it. Is it what you said? Jesus died at Calvary. Is it? Well, a lot of people die at Calvary. The two other fellows will hang up right there. You didn't rejoice them. Well, how come? It must be something about Jesus that you were rejoicing that you didn't rejoice with the other two. Is it because he was a bad man? Is it because you just feel like rejoicing? Or you like blood? You shed some blood, so you're rejoicing. If somebody beats you up and they die, you don't rejoice now. Man, in the vomit, you're glad they're dead. But the reason you're rejoicing is because of the life Jesus lived. All right. If Jesus had run around beating up people, you wouldn't have been rejoicing. You wouldn't have been here today. But beaten up for this. But it is the fundamental laws that were established, a set of values which we pay no attention today. There were values that when I got up, if we were in the old country, before I opened my mouth to say one word, I would have said, who is the oldest person in here? And that person would have stood up. Then I would have asked, who are the youngest? And someone would have called up a little baby. But I didn't ask it today because the oldest wasn't going to stand up. Because nobody's old anymore. The honor of age in the ancient culture that your ancestors brought about. There's no more honor of age because now we are hearing about 17-year-old boys raping 82-year-old mothers. Yes. And you ask the question, it is because you no longer feel, you no longer want to sing the spiritual. You said it, passé, but you could sing Beethoven, Bach. All right. Kant and all of them. All right. You can train yourself. You're trying to sing them. But you can't sing when I'm dead, on dinosaur, over God's heaven. Yeah, you can't sing it. Because, them old things, man. I sing the thing like that at all. But those were the old things that kept us together. Right? They were the old things that came down from a tradition which gave Europe. The same Europe that captured us. The same Europe that forced us into slavery. Let us not forget that it was the Roman Catholic Bishop Martin V. In 1506, who commissioned Bishop Bartolomé de las Casas on the island of Hispaniola, now called Haiti and Santo Domingo, to place us in slavery. Not because we were not intelligent, place us in slavery after we had gone into Spain, Iberia. We had placed into Spain even the bath, the common bath, alias in. And then we introduced the underwear. But more than that, we had given to Europe, Europe's first university, the University of Salamanca in Spain. We have been in Iberia for 774 years. From 711 to 1485. Even the name Admiral had come from us, from the word Admirante. Because when we went in, those who had carried our brothers across the water, his name was Admiral. And thus the Spaniards, in memory of him, used the word Admirante, from which the English word Admiral got its origins. But when we read and talk about the Three Musketeers, we forget that Alexander Dumas, his grandson was the one who wrote the Three Musketeers. We forget that as much as we forget within our own environment. Many of us have never remembered the name Paul Robeson, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X. And some of us even forget Martin Luther King already. Because we don't need them anymore. They've done their purpose, it would seem. And that's why we constantly go back over the same mistake because we don't remember. Not only that, we don't honor them when they're alive. And then we cry when they're gone. You should know, look how much you cry for Jesus. But if Jesus should come back, how much would you cry? Because he says, yeah, deal with me. All right. There's going to be a problem. All right. Father said, many who say, yes, Father, may say, where is this guy going? But then we have to understand it. It's part of it is the dictum in which we deal with it. Part of it is in the grammar in which it is in the book. Let us deal, for example, with the proverb, and let us deal with the book of Solomon, the Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1 to 8. Makeda, otherwise called the Queen of Sheba, is in Palestine. She's said to be the most beautiful woman in the world. But let us look at the book, let us look at the translation that is used, and see how they even inserted their racism in there. She says, ye daughters of Kedar, look not upon me because I'm black. No, there's no way in the world that the most beautiful woman in the world, well, her bodyguard is bigger than Solomon's army. Bad, sister. Look at this sister here. Bad, real bad. Is she going up there with a bad self? Oh yeah, professors, I'm still one of the brothers, PhD don't stop me from being brother. Now, many of you forget that, when you get them PhD and things moved from the neighborhood and all that kind of stuff, and don't want to come back and see us and so forth. And you tell him, Mama, you splitting your infinity. Yeah. All right. And Mama said, split you. No. I see. I got to look at it. We have to look at it when we come here today. We've got to look at it in the context of the great people that we are. Yes, we are great. We are the chosen people. All right. You doubt me? Say, I am the chosen people. Just say, I am the chosen. You're chosen. Just say it and feel it and mean it. And you're chosen. What we have not yet learned is that the positive image of oneself becomes oneself. And we did not know the positive image because we did not know these facts. These are the things that we must know. We do not have to feel sorry. We don't have to be afraid to go up to the altar. We do not have to be afraid to call the name Jesus because, as I said, there's one thing Jesus can say. They hit me when Herod was trying to find me. If there's nothing else besides saying soul brother and soul sister. But then you see, probably that's a different Jesus I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Jesus whose mother knew what your mother knew. And I'm always thinking of that black woman whom we seem to ignore in these days. I can think of a black mother in a specific case where this black mother had an altercation with her son. It seems as the young man had seen a very beautiful sister, and these sisters get old. But anyhow, and the sister said, look man, if you want me, you better come across bed. Because I got about 2,000 guys hitting on my door. And you ain't much. Now why should I leave those fellows to mess with you? And he said, well, I want you. They just fooling around, but I think they need you. I think I can't live without you. And she said, well, I tell you what, it's like this. You got a chance, providing that you cut your mother's heart out and bring it to me. The fellow said, man, I can't do that. I can't. That's asking me to kill my mother. She says, well, you want me, don't you? The sister was looking at me real good. I mean, look like mean Geraldine. And so the brother says, I just got to have that girl. And he says, well, I guess if I sharpen the knife real sharp, Mama won't feel it too bad. And Mama's done live a long life already. I ain't entitled to live anyhow. So she went up to the girl, and the girl said, well, look, I'm making it a little easier for you. If you go down to the precinct, can you imagine it's a black brother go down to the white precinct? If you go down to the precinct and beat up the sergeant of police, probably I'll marry you. So the brother went down, beat up the sergeant of police, beat up the lieutenant of police, and the next day you saw him, he was bandaged everywhere. But he couldn't get to see the girl, and the girl forgot about it. And 10 weeks later, he's back there, bandaged up all over. He said to her, oh, I went to the school up. And she said, what happened to you? He says, look, I went to beat up the police. I did. She said, but I don't want you looking like this. You still got to cut your mother's heart out. So the brother went, got the knives, said, I've got to have the girl, I'm sorry. So he went into the house tiptoeing. Nice knife sharp everywhere. And his mother said, Johnny, that's you? And he said, how she knows that's me? How do you know it's me? She said, I could feel your toe, boy. I know you. I had you before everybody else had you. I know you. I know you in the dark. I know you any place. I know your footsteps. Yes. I know your voice. I know you when you're getting scared and I'm not near you. I know you when you were going to cry and I was in the next door. I know you when you wet your pants and you didn't cry. Well, because I changed it. The boy says, she just jiving. And so the young man creeped in when his mother lied down on her back and he plunged the knife in her chest and cut out the heart. It was late at night. And he ran out the door. And when he ran out the door, he stumbled. Being the evening, he couldn't see too well. He was feeling for the heart, and he couldn't find it, and suddenly, squish, he found the heart and squeezed it. And the heart cried out, son, did you hurt yourself? All right. And I think about, when I look at these sisters here, mothers, they remind me of Mary when she went to the innkeeper. It was the room. When she ordered some food, there was no food. And then I think of when Mother's Day is coming and we black brothers are going to wear all kinds of roses. White, red, technicolor. And how many mothers really see us? Even know where we are.
Look,
But
all my Moors,
show.
are we from the tribe of Judah, lineage of David by blood? I mean, it's too simple. Moors be arguing over the dumbest things because they don't study. If we from the tribe of Judah, lineage of David by blood, what that mean?
All kinds of different things. And then you have to understand the culture from whence we came, that it is that culture. Whether we're talking about the University of Ghana from the ancient empire of Ghana, or whether we're talking about the University of Sankore in the ancient empire of Mali, both founded by us as we perform the first successful surgery to remove the cataract in the human eyes. No. Today I come to you. Suppose I was not a Christian. Suppose I was not a Jew. Suppose I was not Muslim. And I came into you today and said, my brothers and my sisters, I am without food. Would you have said to me, have a plate? Jesus would have. Because they told me some woman went up to the well. Said she was bad news. She'd been, distributing a few little things around the place. And somebody came up and said, hey, JC. Hey, see what a woman doing? Well, of course you want to hear, rather thou thine. No, that's Shakespeare. That's Shakespeare wasn't around when Jesus was around. So we're talking a language we understand. JC, man, look. This woman, selling a few little things down the street. That's where you put a stone in her. that ain't got no bad character. Don't throw the next door. That's what it told me. And this is why again, the basic philosophy of your ancestors coming in the teachings of Jesus. Jesus is speaking to a people from a culture which he knew, which he grew up in, which he was born in. An African Asian culture. It is on Mount Sinai in Africa. Otherwise Mount Herod and the Sinai Peninsula that the God found it necessary in 1196 BC to call Moshe, otherwise called Moses, after having his fight with Ramesses II, the son of Setai I. And there he said, "Here, Moses, these 10, it isn't 10 commandments in your Bible. There are 147, read them. Those are the 10 most important ones. Go read it, 147. But the 10 most important ones, coming out of that depth of the negative confession. You know, in closing down, as I look at you, next year, I don't have to be the speaker, but if you don't invite me, I'm going to be very mad with you. I heard a lot of you do some mean singing, and you know, if the Martin sisters can do, man, they can sing. You know, here today, and then some others I ain't here, but I've been slipping one day, and I understood I got to come real early. But since Reverend and I are good friends now, you know, I ain't give him back room there, brother, we could come out together. You know how it is. I mean, we save a space for me. Take care of me, you know how it is. My brother here has been doing pretty good too. It's been a real pleasure to talk to you. But it's been a greater pleasure to have fellowship with you. To come from Ethiopia, East Africa, to meet with my brothers and sisters. To understand that no more can they tell you or me that we have nothing in common. No more can they tell you and me we don't have a relationship. We've been here too long, and I've been there too long. No more can they tell us the Tarzan and Jane story and the Little Black Sambo story. No more can they tell us they have to send missionaries to the savages in Africa. All right. Because, you see, we've peeped their whole cards. All right. And we got deuces flying wide. I am very honored to have had the privilege this afternoon to say these few words to you, my brothers, sisters, my family of Tabernacle Baptist Church. Thank you.
Peace, 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 peace. And that was just a little 45-minute film for one of our elders, man. And like you were saying, no matter if I'm a Christian or what you call yourself, the wisdom that we all should gravitate to. We shouldn't be name calling each other just because it's someone in a different culture. That's not who we are. I mean, even with all these old men on the internet, with all these TV shows, and I know a lot of people that's going here follow different YouTube stuff, and all you see is these grown men going back and forth. And I said, that's not what we do. We're educators. Then I see somebody send me a clip of a Muslim dude, just an education, and always saying, white man master's degree. And I say, here we go. It always be people that don't have the aptitude or the withal to even pursue academia. And the first thing they'll do is say, well, some white man stuff. But look at all our elders. They tell you where the universities come from. Hell, Farrakhan is an educated man. So why do all these brothers be making fools of themselves? They all be reminding me, and I'm not talking about all of them, just the ones that always want to talk about the white man. It reminds me of In Living Color when Damon Wayans was locked up and he was trying to use all those big words. They be sounding like T.I. We're trying to use all those big words but meaning nothing. Why did you diss academia? I mean, the Nation of Islam, they have their Muslim school and all that. That's a form of wisdom. So why would you diss anything? And I guarantee you, no elder or no one with any wisdom would diss children pursuing academia. But what we do is make all these videos and try to say, the white man and black people this with their degree, and that don't have nothing to do with it. They always try to say this. Okay, well, what about those religious people that say their way is their way and try to say some dumbass Yaqub and try to talk about all that? I mean, we can open up that whole Al-Islam shit and have a discussion and show you that whole stuff is based off nothing. And then I want to have it, and then no disrespect. When I talk about science, see, a lot of people can get all in their feelings. And then I say, well, can't nobody bring no scientology to me. Can't nobody give me no stuff, no Al Ron Hubbard, and then know that they use that to make money. And none of them Europeans to be serious about the spirituality. I'm telling you facts. And the person can take it how they want to. We always try to give credit to somebody else that don't look like us. Just like some so-called Far Muhammad. All that. So I'm not with no mystery stuff. I don't have to give credit to nobody that don't look like me. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to let nobody diss academia because they don't have it. They try to put everybody in the box. And everybody that have academia is not messed up. I have academia. I have a dual master's degree. I'm finishing my Juris Doctor degree in Indigenous People Law and Policy. So what you talking about? I teach, I lecture, I donate so much to all type of institutions. Battered women, children, ADHD, I worked, did all that. I don't care what religion you are. You don't have to be no Moor. You don't have to be no Christian. You don't have to be no Egyptology. I don't give a shit. I deal with kids, all background. I don't care what religion you are. If you a lost puppy dog, per se, I'm giving an analogy, I'm there to help you. If your car cut off, I'm going to help you. I ain't looking to ask you what religion you are and all that. That shit don't matter to me. And that's what I'm saying. We got to stop letting these people education and then not ask you what you want your kid to aspire to. What university do you want your kid to have academia? What do you want your kid to be? Because they so-called leaders have academia. They so-called leaders educated. Hell, what's my man name? What's that one light-skinned dude name? Or Dr. Wesley. And the name Dr. Wesley Muhammad, he educated. I think he got his degree from University of Michigan, if I'm not mistaken. So why these Negroes do all that? And then they have brothers that wrote books and all that. And that's Nation of Islam Muslims or whatever. And then the brother talk about the white man education. Well, here it is, you got a brother in your movement that's a doctor that wrote books. What can you say about that? See what I'm saying? That'd be that goofy shit. That'd be that goofy stuff, man. And people be with that, and then they be saying, yeah, all I said, that's crazy. Okay, so what you do? What the average person do on this Instagram to make a living? I bet you don't make your own. I bet you don't have your own company. So if you're working for somebody, what are you talking about? If you punch the clock every day, what you talking about? I mean, this stuff crazy. These people is in America on this earth plane, and they diss things. So how are they making a living? Do they have any skills? Or are they trying to scam their own people and to try to get them with some religious perspective? And more science is not a religion. We don't gravitate to one religion where we miss the essence of all the rest. That's why I say this is the triple rose of the adapt chamber. This ain't got nothing to do with no Al-Islam or no Christianity, no Egyptology, or none of that. Because I don't care what you believe in. I always go back to that. I deal with righteousness. I let the heart purify. I'm not going around to tell nobody what name. If I'm the great I am, I can go around people and I don't have to give no name. I can use the name that they know. That's what this is all about, man. I continue to challenge brothers and sisters. I said, and I continue to tell people, I told everybody this was going to happen. Everybody on the internet, all that more stuff, I can show you right out what's going to happen. Like, they going to jail. I can be like, if they know each other, they acting like they don't. All them ex-military people on the internet, they know each other. I don't care what area they in. They all know each other. It's all been a setup from the day one. And then just like Dr. Ben said, we're not learning because we're not listening to our elders. We're not listening to our scholars in the flesh today. That's like one of my emperors hit me up. She was like, they want you to be gone, and everybody got the iron right now to make sure you're good in the flesh. And they're like, it's all our responsibility, especially if those that say they Moors or anything. It's like, it's just sad, man. That it's really sad. Now, a lot of these people, we choose to have nothing. Like, we choose to have nothing. Like today, all these books, Dr. Ben, all these books I have, nobody get books, nobody get literature. And I said, well, what do you know? It's sad. What do your children know? And systematically, religion is used to separate us. Like when he said, if I was hungry, you wouldn't feed me because I got a turban on or a shemag. And if you so-called Christians, what I have on, the followers of Jesus wore this. The followers of Yahshua wore this. Wore the turban with the jewel on it. Wore a tunic or a kuntah like I got on, short or long, cotton or silk. I mean, I don't understand this. A lot of us have no idea and no inclination of nothing. We just assume things. And I said, how can you assume something? But when you see the European with their hair wrapped on, or they so-called hijab, you don't know if they Christian or Protestant or Israeli or Jewish. You don't know. That's why I said we are messed up people. But when I'm out here, everybody European, they say, I love your hair wrap or your tribal gear, you know, or your native hair wrap. Sometimes I have my yarmulke. Sometimes I have my kufi on. Sometimes I have my fez on. I mean, I don't get nothing, no Islam Muslim, none of that. Europeans say, I love your native hair wrap. I put my feather ring in, what can you say? If I wear my long Buddhist one, what can you say? And with my kufi on, what? Then if I have and this is the shemag, if I put my big turban on, then what? I mean, that's what I be saying, man. We a lot of times we don't know who we are. And we won't even ask and inquire, and it's right in the biblical scriptures. And what I got under here, my kufi, aka bonnet, it's all biblical. It's all biblical, man. We wore these tunics like this, cotton or silk. So I really don't understand. And then our fez is our national headdress, adopted by Masons in a clandestine order, especially by Black Masons that keep everything secret, and only 32 and 33 degrees of wisdom. That's why I said we got to stop dissing our science. Dr. Ben was a Mason. I'm telling you, I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. I know everybody that's a Mason. And those ones that be making videos, it's older elders that's on the conscious community, they ain't going to tell you everything. I bet you they ain't going to say nothing to me because they know I know. They're only going to tell you so much. And then they got to reveal themselves to me. And then I listen to every word. I can pause everything and they tell you that they ain't going to tell you everything. A lot of us don't catch it. It's just a game. Because it's all about having your own institution. It's all about teaching your own. And what we're supposed to own is our spirituality, our church, our temples. That's the school. We got to understand that. Until then, we're not going to have nothing. That's why I don't hate on what's the brother that said he was going to open up do that school thing and everybody be hating on him. I don't care. Because I know the work it takes. And whatever that man did, if he hustled people, that's them. I'm telling you, I already teach. I already do this with students and things. So what I'm saying, everything takes the people. That's why, when people have good aspirations, that's what I look at. Everything else, motives, I don't deal with it. because the heart got to be pure. And then I tell people, a lot of people be over their pay grade. See, a lot of people have ego and lower self. If you don't know how to do budgets and if you don't have connections to get things done, you're going to pay for every fucking thing. You ain't going to have no people that want to volunteer their services. You ain't going to have it set up where you can write things up as in-kind service. And people can write that off on their books. You know what I mean? You don't have those connections with people to where you can get things donated and laptops and computers. I do. It's like I'm an alumni from a couple universities. So if you're alumni from universities, you can get all their old laptops and computers for pennies of the dollar. I do this shit all the time. And if people know what I'm talking about, they be like, yeah, he telling the truth. Those that don't know, they be like, I never know that. I know. University get new computers every so often, maybe once every couple years. And when I work for the university, we got computers like every 2 or 3 years. Most of the time, almost every other year. And they just put them in the office. And then they put them in a big storage room, have them there collecting dust. They give them away to all students for pennies. I used to get them all. It's work that needs to be done, and people need real support. Like somebody showed me some of this Shop Talk brother. I don't know his name, but I don't want to say his name because I don't like to say nobody's name. But he's into it with a lot of, well, not into it, but I guess he goes with a lot of rappers and things. And I said, that ain't my mission, man, to be looking at nobody else's food while ours getting cold. I don't care what nobody and their children doing. If whatever happened when they go to jail, that's on them. It's another way to do this stuff, man. Especially for adult males. It's another way to do this. Even with this moral science, man, it's another way to do this. Men got to be honest now. And knowing all that shit that the Moors was doing, all that fake ass shit that they were doing on the highway, all these other Moors, y'all know that's some bullshit. All this USAR, all this fake ass ID, all these fake ass, what they call them, travel, international travel ID. You got to know all that stuff means nothing. You got to know you're not no fucking Moorish sovereign citizen. You ain't no foreign national. You a Moorish American. That's it. All that other shit, I'm telling you, is stupid. And it will get you either killed or locked up for a long time. Or get you locked up when you talk about you expatriated from this de facto government. And I said, if you expatriated from the de facto government with your smart ass, where you going when you do that? Somebody answer it, because I'm going to wait while I grab me another little shot of my yakety yak. Answer that for me. When you expatriate from the de facto government and you still live on goddamn 2100 Jackson Street with your grandmama, where you going? Yeah, I know he don't even know. He don't even know. He couldn't tell you. So he going to jail too, bro. I got my other device up, and my people in Flint. They like, Sheik, you've been telling these people this forever. They be like, Peace, you've been telling this shit forever. I've been telling these people. I said, that's what they get. I've been doing this shit for too long. There's more science. Need more going on. We got to expatriate from this de facto government. I say, okay, then what? They're like, what you mean? I say, no, you talking that shit. So you expatriate, you telling people that, what you gonna do now? I'll wait. Who you have allegiance with? When you saying you a foreign national, I'll wait. You done. You done. Think it's a joke. People be playing around. And I say, man, the little money that you invest for all this, what we do, if any of my muftis on here, they'll tell you. For all the books, all what we do, the real science, building, business, everything, man. But we always talk about what we don't have. And I be on everybody's page. Everybody act like they living their best life. That's why I said social media is fake. None of these brothers really studying. They're just trying to file some paperwork to get some free shit. And our Temple and School page is bbtsciencetemple.com. I don't even know if one of my muftis on here. If any of my muftis on here, let me see. I don't even know if none of my muftis on here. If any of my muftis on here. But our Temple and School webpage is bbtsciencetemple.com. A lot of times I give my email for people can send me an email and I give it to my mufti, Lamarck Bey. But I don't even. A lot of our people just disrespectful, man. No, and I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying our people. I don't get no disrespectful stuff from nobody but our own people. I can count on my hand Europeans that disrespected me ever in life. Currently, one. I need 100 feet and hands and toes to tell you the dumb shit that Negro say in my inbox or in my email, and I used to share with them. And now they all begging, looking stupid as hell. One old man, I told y'all, it was an old man on Instagram talking loud, barking with no teeth in the front. When he was doing all that barking, I told people years ago, I said, this man gonna get everybody hurt. What happened? I bet you won't see him on the internet no more. I told y'all all about those ladies that talk about they some Sharifian officer. I said, I said, that's some Ottoman Empire old shit. I said, okay, what's gonna happen? What happened to him? I told y'all with that stuff that y'all see with the brother on the highway. When I told y'all, when I found out who the brother was, and I found out who the other brother that was with him in China with him, I said, oh, that's the agent, the two agents. I said, oh, y'all don't know what this is? I said, watch what's finna happen. And then all them brothers that be doing that TikTok shit, one of the powers that be sent me a video. It was like, we're all of them ex-military, all of them militia. That's a European thing, trying to overthrow the government. I'm telling you. And they got all them brothers in trouble. I told people this shit verbatim. I said this was getting ready to happen. I told y'all. I be in the court laughing, real shit. These people are ignorant of the law, and that's no excuse. You go to jail because there's no excuse of not knowing the law in a court of law. These brothers are getting fraudulently concealed. And then it's another law called the copyright law that protects us. If you saying something is law and wisdom, then we gonna fact check that shit and show you that you lying. And only people you can do that shit to is your people, because we so gullible. Because we think we can pay somebody some, like, how the hell you think you gonna meet some bum ass nigga, excuse my candor, I'm saying it exactly like that, on the internet, and you talk about you finna claim your nationality, you finna give somebody some money, and they finna claim your nationality with some dumbass ID. Man, your social security number is still the same. What are you talking about? And then these people be defending that dumb shit. I said, dude, like, you can't defend no lie. I don't care how on and on go with it. You know you just hustled that person. You ain't nationalized them. You ain't claimed nothing. You ain't even taught them nothing. I asked them, what's the House Joint Resolution 75? They don't know. What's the Declaration of Human Rights Article 15? They don't know. What's the SF 181 form? They don't know. What's the religious rights of the indigenous people? They don't know. What's proclaimed, declared, have due process? They don't know. They don't know the tribal laws. So you gotta leave me alone. You gotta leave me alone. Then these people think because they are more, they above some crime. No, he ain't. Well, the Consular Court says if a U.S. citizen kill a Moor, or vice versa, if a Moor kill a U.S. citizen, that Moor want to be judged in the same parameters of that U.S. citizen. I'm telling you, I'll pull up all these dumbass goose case. I'll show y'all. The judges be laughing at them. They just be trying to postpone their cases. They like, after you do all that shit, you still get locked up. They don't give a fuck because you call you some L, some babe, and you already a criminal. You do all this. You're not excluded from the motherfucking crime that you committed because you some L or some babe, some zodiac law, some clock of destiny. That shit means nothing. I'm telling you. And then I don't care how many people get mad. People will lie to you and act like they got degrees and things. Look it up. That shit be all Fuji dust. Just like that one little Al-Islam Muslim brother. I don't like to say names. They be on the internet, and the brother made up some fake ass thing, like he got a master's degree, and everybody and proved that shit was some fake ass shit in Nigeria, some diploma mill. I'm telling y'all, man. That's why I say they all know each other. It'd be a scam. That shit just be social media. That shit be goofy. I tell y'all, like with me, just like anything else I do in life. If any of my moochies on here, I'm a teacher. I'm a school. We'll pay a cable bill just to watch TV all day. And I tell people, we have membership dues. I have enrollment fee. And if people don't like it, that's okay. But we don't have to diss nothing. We don't diss nothing else no Europeans doing, but we diss somebody that's anointed and consecrated because you can't afford it. But you'll go buy some clothes. You will save up to buy that shit. Eat. Hell, I know Negroes talk about, oh man, one time $250 fee, initial fee, you get all 7 books, your fez, your turban. And then my muftis, our membership dues is $200, and if they can't pay $200, they donate $100 a month until they get their paper right. But every grown man should be right, because that ain't nothing but $7 a day for 30 days. And you will see these grown people with a whole bunch of clothes on. That's why I say it ain't nothing about them. That's serious. Nothing. Then they say, oh, well, this should be free. I said, man, go cut hair free, go to work free, pay your bills free. We the only ones that say some dumb shit like that. Like one of my muftis, Dantes, he was at the barbershop, and the barber go tell, oh, you selling with this, that, this should be free. Man, nothing free. Your son go to that dumbass public school, you pay. That's why I said, man, we pay for everything for no value. As soon as it come down with something of value, I say, okay, well, this is what it is. And the people you see crickets. Because the person asks me what it is and what it consists of, and I say, this is what it consists of. That's why I say we don't know what brotherhood consists of a lot of times. We don't know what being a part of something consists of, but we do know about spending our money on things and a lot of things that bring no value. Because I know a lot of men that buy clothes and tennis shoes every week. They don't buy clothes and tennis shoes to sell them. They wear that shit. And I say, but you say you can't afford it. You say you want to learn. So the clothes and shit is more important than the science. All the other stuff is more important than the science. And you can't tell me that. Especially if I tell a person what it is and that, and then they don't jump right on it. Because they be looking at their money, what other stuff they can do with it. They be like, man, should I give me some weed, some drink, go out to eat, or should I, balance my money? We don't have no balance. That's why I tell people, you got to have balance. And ain't nothing wrong with what you're doing. You got to have balance and understanding what you're doing. And if you don't have no balance and understanding, you can't do nothing. You can't be a part of a brotherhood, because being a part of a brotherhood is contingent on some things. Unless you want everything clandestine. And that ain't how we rock. I told people we have an enrollment fee. Our enrollment fee is $250. You get your fez, your turban, and 7 of our study books. We got 7 more science study books. Our membership dues, all my muftis paid $200. Those that couldn't pay $200, they started off paying $100 a month until they figured it out. Because I'm a finance major. A lot of us just waste money on buying things osmosisly. We don't food prep. So I show you how to balance your money. I show you how to be responsible financially. That's the first thing I teach you. And if you don't know how to be financially responsible with your money, there's nothing you can do with me. Because I bet you I can go in your closet and the people have a whole bunch of stuff. I can guarantee you. I bet you Moors bought some shit today. How many Moors that's on here adults buy wisdom at least once a week? And you might go out and smoke weed or drink. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But where the balance? And everybody know I have a company, mypdfbooks.com, and you can get expensive books from me. Download it on your tablet for a fraction of the price. So when I talk about the money aspect, that's why most people don't want to learn. But I said, you go to church and you become a member, they ask you for 10% of your income. I don't ask nobody for that. I say our membership dues and what we do, I ask everybody for $200 a month. If you don't have that, then we do it 100. If you don't have that, man, what you want me to do? I mean, people go to church and give more than that. People get that shit to their kids and say, okay, we'll go to church and give it to them every week. That's why I be saying, we adults. I tell everybody when I be lecturing, all the books I be offering. If you see the books I be offering, they be worth thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars. And I asked Morris, okay, like I offered $1,600 worth of books for $150 one day. I told Morris they can get Russian icons for me, a book that's worth thousands of dollars. I told Morris they could have got it for me for $50. I'm not even offering it for no more for $50. One of my nobles printed the whole book. He was like, she gets the whole book. He was like, this is amazing. He was like, the book is like $5,000, $6,000. I said, I know. Then she wouldn't, not only that, she wouldn't blew up some of the pictures that's in there and put them on her wall. Like, it's amazing. I'm gonna show y'all, like, I'll show y'all some of the stuff I've done as well. Like, I took a lot of the pictures and out of the books, blew them up, sent it to Office Max Staple, had them make me good laminated pictures. I'll show y'all the one I got at Noble Drew Ali. Y'all might have saw that our last meet and greet, but I got some new ones done and they big. And so I got a lot of those pictures like in frames, amazing pictures, old maps and shit, amazing and beautiful color. And I say, man, we act like we want to do something. I say, I can't tell. And the only reason why I say that stuff is because I'm dealing with academia. Like, I have the privilege and the honor to go on Grand Canyon University campus every Wednesday, dressed just like this. Sometimes I have suits on, but, you know, I'll be just like this. And I get a plethora of students that want me to tutor them, and they get all their books from me. And when I do these lectures, I know Morris get books. And so that's why I said, anybody want to learn and come to class, you got to be a member of student, because we doing no more class on Instagram or our Temple and School page. I'll play a film, you know what I mean, here and there, or read a book, because I still love to show people. But come on, man. Just like, and I'll be trying to be respectable as I can. But I get so many people to ask me every day, okay, she what it costs. And then I take the time. I have my move to Lamarck base, send them the syllabus and everything. And the first thing most of our brothers do, the money. And I'll be like, I say, okay, so what you thought? Everything was going to be free? This is nothing. I jump on these people's page, they be fresh as hell, dressed all up, bragging about what they have and all this. I said, man, until we financially responsible with our finances on what we love, you'll never be able to do nothing. Because most men are not financially responsible. Especially if you say this is what you want to do. If you want to learn, that should be a whole conversation with your family, especially if you got an empress, just like I do. Like, it's a family thing. You want to teach your kids this. You don't want to get caught up in somebody in the internet telling you some sovereign citizen, got you driving around with a stack of dumbass papers with that dumb shit like that shit mean any fucking thing, and it don't. I'll burn that shit up in your face just like they will. You want to learn. You want to be able to do something on this earth plane. Not to be out here begging, acting like somebody owe you something, because you owe everything to the world. You owe everything to the God within. I'm telling y'all, man. It's like when I don't ask for donations when I do lectures. That's why I tell people, if you want to come to class. When I tell people you can come, we have a DAP class Saturday and Sunday school on Sundays. I tell Morris, you give a $50 donation, that's for Saturday and Sunday. The $50 donation that you're going to give, I guarantee you, for your $50 donation, not only the teachings you're going to get, but you're going to be like, damn, man, this scholar done gave me all these books for this $50 donation. Man, I got $1,000 worth of books. Or I got $500 worth of books. And if somebody, or hell, I'm never going to give you the amount value of your fine. I'm already going to make it better. You can give a donation of $50. A lot of people be like, man, the science was enough to come to class for 2 days and give a $25 donation Saturday and $25 donation Sunday, and you give wisdom and you give books. What else can you ask for? What else Morris want? And then I teach the books, and then I'm anointed and consecrated, and I teach business. I teach finances. What else would we want? What's the problem? Especially when those say they want to know. Well, if you want to know, how do we know? If we want to know, we got to put something to it. We got to put some type of financial value to it. Because I ask everybody, if it's no financial value to your spirituality, what is more valuable after you pay your living expenses? What do you spend your money on? Because I don't see Moors with fezzes. I don't see no Moors with fezzes. I don't see no Moors with turbans. They try to get everything from Amazon because they want shit cheap. I tell every Moors back like they don't know where to get fezzes from and know my people make them with the proper perforations. You see all my muftis, we don't have no cheap looking fez or dirty fez. I make sure all my muftis fez clean. They better make sure they have a plethora of fezzes. When you wear your suit, your fez need to be pristine. When you wear a jogging suit or something, and if you wear your a turban or your shemag around that fez, well, that's what that's for. You got to have a plethora of fezzes for whatever attire that you're wearing. Y'all gonna see at our 3rd annual Moors Ball out here in January 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You're gonna see us in our all black suits at our dinner. You're gonna see us with our membership coats on, with our fezzes and turbans on. You're gonna see me out here with all officials shaking my hand. You're gonna see the Red Sea parting. You're gonna see it. That's why I be saying, man, I'm out here in Arizona. Please, this ain't no fake shit with me. So what do Moors looking for when they say, what do they got to do? I just told them Moors. And then if more is serious, which a couple dollars ain't nothing to me. That's why I said, I tell a lot of Moors, do you smoke marijuana? They say, yeah. I say, okay, well, you can smoke good every day, but this shouldn't be nothing. Today, Friday, Moors got paid. I bet you they go get their smokes and they drink, their little ritual. But if it's so important what they need to do, I tell Moors what they need to do. They don't be wanting to hear it because we can't separate. We can't put some money into some value. That's why I say you can't smoke pain away. It got to be used for something else. I tell brothers this shit all day, and the first thing they do, they get an attitude. I said, dude, I don't know you, so I don't know why people get mad. So I just block them. I tell people they can keep their attitude, but when a European, when your boss tell you get your ass off and go work, and when that whistle blow, you run like a motherfucker. But people jump on my page and want to say something, I just block them. The ones that you pray to, I guarantee you, they come around me and they sit on their hands. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. Any European Mason, any judge, any lawyer, anything, I guarantee you if they look me up, they'll be like, oh, yes, yep. I guarantee you, especially in Arizona. Guarantee you. I know all the judges and all the Moors that have been out here and got locked up just for some traffic shit. They like to use that little blue traffic book. I said, man, I know all that shit in my head. Don't come to me with that goofy shit. I'm going to use the 48 laws of power back on you. What the mirror effect and the stuff that you think you know, I'm gonna spill it back to you to show you you don't know a goddamn thing. And that's a fact. So when Moors say they want to learn and come to class is privately on Zoom. And if any of my muftis on here, ask them the value of what we do. Ask them the value of all the literature and all the books, and then I teach all the books. All the books. Just like one of my brothers that he was saying he was a Hebrew Israelite. He stayed out here in Arizona. He was like, shit, I never even studied. I just get caught up with these brothers talking. And I said, if I show you the scriptures, I said, well, we covered our heads and we wore certain garments. And I said, if I can show you in the scriptures, you know, all different words to show you some light, he like, damn. I show him a lot of stuff. I give him I have Yahweh's books, all of them. My parents, I grew up in this shit. Since I was 7, I showed y'all the picture. I show people the pictures. Also, the ancient books, YHWH. On Amazon, they try to sell our books for about $500. I'm not here to destroy, I'm here to fulfill. I keep telling people, we not learned enough. And we letting religion separate us. And if I show you a clear eye, you will be like, damn, I ain't never read that. I say, I know all my brothers love to read the Apocrypha, but you're not reading it with the right eye. And it's no disrespect to no one. I continue to tell people, I'm a school. I tell people you can do whatever you want. But why don't we diss these Europeans when they have their little charter schools and they teaching our babies? You don't dish the churches and they have their schools and they operate off of tithes and offerings. You don't dish the mega churches, none of that stuff. But then when a brother take time out the day to come back on here and say, man, I'm already established. I operate off tithes and offerings just like everybody else. But when you give it all tithes and offerings, I give you literature. I give you books. You can come to class. I teach it. I'm a mentor. I'm a guide. I help you set up your business. If any of my moochies on here, they'll tell you. You have people try to charge you $4,000, $5,000. I'm gonna help you set up your business, get your EIN, get you some line of credit for $50,000, which is a lie. Register you on Duns and Bradstreet. I can do all that. I'm not gonna get you no magically line of credit. The only way I can give you a line of credit is if I establish a line of credit with that EIN and it's already been registered on the Duns and Bradstreet, and I already established a line of credit for that. That's the only way. And I'm not going to give nobody my line of credit for no couple dollars. That don't even make sense. I'm going to show you the strategy, how to build your business credit. I get paid for this shit. In real life, it's no get rich quick scam. It's none of that shit. It's none of that. None of that stuff is real. I'm an institution of learning. If my moochies on here, they'll tell you work out 4 days a week. Just like if my Noble Dantes was on here, it took me 30 minutes, walked him, showed him how to set up his whole business, EIN, registered him on the Duns and Bradstreet, showed him how to get his article organizations to open up his business account, showed him what Quick 30 accounts consist of, and showed him the business strategy to build his business credit and take himself out of public and put it in private. A strategy with just the basic shit that he's doing every day, buying computer paper and all this stuff, getting those accounts at a Quill and Uline and Office Max and Staples and gas cards. You already doing that all day. Don't you want to get credit for it? So if you got a business established, you getting everything with your credit. And if you got a business, you buying all the supplies under your business account. Or if you got those accounts, Quick 30, and it's all being reported on Duns and Bradstreet. I'm telling you what I know. I do real business. I teach young high school kids to do this. I teach churches how to do this shit. Everything. I mean, I have libraries, man. I help so many people build their library, not even Moore's. Like I got a lady just gave me $1,000. She was like, "Sheik, just give me books that you think I need to just start off on." And I gave her, I said, well, this. She said, I'm a Moore. I said, you got the Moore's Quran? She said, no. I said, well, I'm gonna give you all these books. Now I'm gonna drop down 7 books. One you might know, the rest you probably don't even know. The Moore's Holy Quran, the Quranic Study Guide, the Discover Key Questionnaires, the SO Workbook, the Unto the Eye Grant, what other book it is, and a lot of the UCCs where I show you what you don't do. But I show you what you don't do. All those books that go with it, especially the Unto the Eye Grant. You got to know the Catechism, the Understanding the Moore's Quran, Discover Key Questionnaires, the Quranic Study Guide. Those are all school masters. So if your kid was coming to school and I'm teaching them mathematics, you will hope I'm teaching them the right mathematics. You will hope I'm not just arbitrarily explaining. Just like if I ask them how to get to Friday and I try to show them a way, oh, you don't got to go through Thursday. You shouldn't want your kid to learn that. No magic trick. You want your kids to learn it. You want your kid to know how to speak it and live it. Like for instance, like when I was getting my undergrad, I had to do a capstone after every class. Math, stats, microeconomics, macroeconomics, statistics. I had to do a capstone. I had to literally get up there and put everything that I say I knew, all the answers, if I had multiple choice, get up there and explain it in layman terms. That's a capstone. Understanding what you're talking about. So when brothers be saying that, like, I'm right here. I have a plethora of all wisdom, all books, everything. You don't have to go to Amazon and get nothing. If like our Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, if the Europeans support me, why not you? And I'm in the flesh today, and I'm telling you, I have a whole library. I got way more than what other platforms I have. A lot of platforms, like, I don't like to say it, but I'm gonna say it, like Amazon, it's only certain books that they have PDF. Because a lot of them, you have to be introduced to them. They might have some stuff you can download on your Kindle or whatever, but not all books. I bet you can't go in there and get Russian Icon. I bet you can't go in there and get Peter Lambert Wilson's Sacred Drift. I bet you can't go up there and get. I bet you can't go in there and get The War of Ferdinand and Isabella. I bet you can't go in there and get Bertram Thomas, the Arab. I bet you can't get Vladimir Dale's 18 definition of Arab and more. mean Westerner. I guarantee you. I bet you can't get White Cargo. Even they got the book, all this stuff. I got everything, and I got even more expensive books. I'm talking about super expensive books. I got all Ivor Van Sertima books, all of them, all John Henry Clark books. I got all of European. It's a European name. Albert Churchward, Signs and Symbols of the Primordial Man, where he break down all the science telling you who you are, all in masonry. I got all Gerald Massey books, the European telling you who you are, Natural Genesis, and all those books. All those books that all these elders like Dr. Ben and they was talking about. I got all those books PDF or the whole books, and I know them all here because I study them all. And we have book readings. So why would you want to go and give a whole nother platform that money and your Morris brother right here? And you can get them all downloaded on your tablet and go to Office Max and Staples and print them. But then you still giving money away. You should want to pay or more to do it all. You should want it. If you get in the book, these expensive books, like for instance, go on Amazon and see can you find Russia Icon. Go on Amazon right now to see can you find Exhumed of the Nation. I say Exhumed of the Nation. So Exhumed of the Nation on Amazon is $230. You could get that book for me for $70, for $75. Now, you go to Office Max and Staples and print it. But the beauty of it is you still have it as a download. You still have it. So say if you lose the book or you let somebody borrow, which you know when you let people borrow books, you're not going to give them back. You can go print that book again. It's like an NFT. It holds its value. So why would you want to go give your money away somewhere else? Why? Instead of supporting it, you say you are more. Or you say you support black business. I ask everybody that. Because we don't have to be counting nobody's pockets or mad what somebody charge. Everybody charge something. Or you don't get mad when you go in a Gucci store and buy some motherfucking Gucci loafers for 3 fucking bands. You don't get mad when you go buy a goddamn chrome hat with a fucking cross on it for $500. You don't talk shit when you go buy them ugly ass Herman Monster shoes, what they call Alex McLean's or some motherfucking Balenciagas that look like Skechers for $1,500, do you? No, you go buy that shit proudly and go out and be like, oh, I spent $3,000 for this cheap shit. That ain't gonna help you do nothing, but that's okay. I'm not talking to those. If you can afford whatever. What I'm saying is we pay and we spend our money on what we love. That's what I'm saying. And we make excuses and start complaining with other people, counting their prices. But I know brothers that are club hop, like today. A lot of more is dressed up right now, getting ready to go to the clubs. You getting ready to go club hop. You're going to go to this club, all in one jumping, bro. Let's go to that club. You're going to go to that one, boom. You're going to be like, you're going to go to that one. Y'all going to stop at the liquor store. Oh, you're going to drink. Oh, then you're going to drink in the club. Oh, we got to hit the liquor store before it closed. Boom. You're going to go to the after hour. You're going to do all that, which I don't have no problem doing. You can do whatever the hell you want. But then when the science, oh, man, you charging for that? Yep. As you working and doing all the other shit you doing to go have fun again next weekend. That's why I tell people, leave me alone, man. All the men that just be talking, leave me alone. Please. Because you know you're not serious. And yeah. Hey, babe. I can't hear you. Come in. My Empress. But nobles don't be serious. You can't even get nobles to donate. And I tell people, if you got a job, you gonna give Uncle Sam all your money to a private banking system, and I'm a private banking system. You have no tax deductions. Just like a lot of people that understand when I teach my tax class to a lot of people that's not Moors, and I teach about the government. I say, go ask your tax preparer, can you donate to your charitable contribution of your choice, and off that money and offset that you're gonna give to Uncle Sam. Yep. And we don't. And we don't even give literatures, we don't give books, and we don't do nothing. We just give our money away to Uncle Sam. Willingly. And we don't support. And we got a problem with what I do. I'm not a person on here just talking about books, holding up books, telling you go to a bookstore and get them. I have them. Just like look up a book on Amazon called The Unknown Arab. I've told y'all, I'm going to keep saying it because the Empress hit me up a while ago And I was like, please don't say no more name because I don't care about nobody's name. I have all those books, and the book still ain't available on Amazon. I have them all hard copy. I converted to PDF. You want that book? You want that book, The Unknown Arab? I'm telling you, they're gonna put it on Amazon. It's gonna be about like $3,000. Watch when they put it on Amazon. I got the book. You can get that book for me. That's why I tell people right now. I said you can get that book for me right now for $50. That's why I'm like, if I'm here, you can get Exhumer of the Nation and The Unknown Arab for $100. People be jumping on it, especially when I had Russian icons and I was lecturing. I told everybody right there, and I said, right now, today you can get Russian icons. I had all college students get it. They were like, I don't want to just get it for $50. They gave a donation. They was like, we want to give a little bit more. Just give me a tax and receipt from my organization for the donation. They bought it for like $150 because they know the value of it. I'm telling you, if I ask for something and you give this is like church. It's like anything else. I ask for a suggested donation. That's why I say I deal with people that give gratitude, because what I deal with it's a high value. Just like right now, when I'm talking about Russian icons by Vladimir Ivanov, I'll be telling people, if you were smart, you'll be pulling this shit up right then when I'm talking, be like, damn, shit, I can't find it. Or if you pull it up on Google or on eBay, you see how much this shit costs. Or Psychomacy, you will see all these books super expensive. Golden Age of the Moors, $200. Peter Lambert Wilson, Sacred Drift, $200 for paper. So what's the holdup? All the value you're gonna get for your preferably $200 member donation a month. All the classes, all the teachers. Like I said, we have class Saturday and Sunday. We work out 4 days a week, and I help you set up your business the right way on paper, the right way, not no fake stuff. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. But I know how a lot of us are sometimes. We don't catch it. That's why I don't leave the comments on here, because I don't care about nobody leaving comments. If you serious, you know how to get with me. If you serious, you know how to get with me. Like I tell people, if they serious, it's like if you want the word, you will put your email on there, because I'm not putting my email up on there. You put your email up there, and I'll send it to my mufti, and I have my mufti get with you. Because like I said, I'm not putting my email up there no more. And if anybody want to get with us, we have a Temple and School webpage. It's bbtsciencetemple.com. And my mufti, Lamarck Bey, and my other mufti, Alonzo Bey, they usually get back with people as they inquire. But when I'm doing live lectures, if people serious, all you got to do is leave your email on here while I'm live, because you can't leave a comment after it's over. I'll write it down. But I don't like to waste my time. I don't like to waste my time with nobody. I don't like no time being wasted. Dealing with me, it is a financial obligation. And the financial obligation is really not a lot. So with that being said, man, I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the film. If there's no questions, I'm about to log off. Hold on, I think I heard my entrance. Hey, oh, yeah, she here, come here. Yep, I gotta get off now, y'all. She here, time to go.
Yeah.
Say peace.
Peace.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
What you do? Polished it?
No, I watched it. You said I went to the school page. That's cool. Yep. And I have my muftis get in there. If you left your email on there, they'll get with you. If you left your email in there somewhere, my muftis to get with you. And I tell everybody, just go in there and see. Like I tell people, man, you want things to match you. What I deal with, this is no force. I want to make sure when we do things, especially with your money, because I know our finances is important, and I don't play with my finances. My finances are dear to my heart. That's why I tell people, you got to know I'm serious, because I put my money to where my mouth is. Ask all my muftis, ask everybody that deal with me. I travel all over the world on my dime, and I give away, because Allah has provided for me. That's why I'm able to convert all these books. Like, if I show you my library, my real library, my storage, all these expensive books, you'll be like, damn, I spend money on that. but I converted them to PDF just like Google done. Google spent $25 million doing what I've done. I lectured this. I did it on a college campus at my oral dissertation, had a standing ovation. All the professors was amazed. Google have done it, just like, and a lot of information, they take out the books. Like it's a book by Bertram Thomas called The Arab. They took out page 290. I have to look at my notes, but it's the genetics and the common date of who the true Arabs are. Even though the book tell you it, but the genealogy and the common date, they tried to take that page out. And so Google spent $25 million of converting a lot of books to PDFs. I've done the same thing. They don't even, and they probably don't even have all the books that I have, because I have elders at Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, and I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society. Like I have books, like for instance, it's a book called Abramelin the Magi, volume 1, 2, and 3. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. That those volumes is like some of the most expensive books in the world. Like it's movies you will see. I forget that actor. What's that actor name? I wish my sister was here. But everybody was dying in how the book said. And he was trying to go find the other copies of the book. I have all those books. It's really magic. They try to reverse everything on you. And they put them in movies. I have them all. And so it's nothing secret. It's sacred. And you have to deal with somebody that's anointed and consecrated that can pull a reveal of religious dogma. Just like Credo Matua, just like Sufi Falls, Sheikh Sufi Falls. Man, I deal with the Orisha, I deal with the Santeria. This is a synchronicity of wisdom. Come on, man. And I'm right here for my brothers and sisters. You should want all this wisdom. You should want this to build your library. Just like I offered you today, Exhumed of the Nation, and I don't even know the other book I offered. But that's what I'll be saying. We have to be attentive. We have to be with like-minded people. We are. And if you looked up them books, you would be like, damn. I got books, Dr. Africa books and all that stuff that you can't even get on Amazon. He got a couple books, but a lot of the films, and I do in my private lectures, a lot of those books on Amazon for like $1,100. A lot of the Marcus Garvey letters, you'll go on Amazon, they'd be like $3,600. I have them all. You can put them in your own frame. I mean, you can have it for yourself. Even the maps to show you in Louisiana how they stole it, how everything, the South is up top and the North is up bottom, and Morocco and Egypt right by each other in Jerusalem, all in the museums and private museums. So we should want to be a part of something, man. Seriously, man, you should want to build your library right now. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, check me out on Instagram at Moorish_haberdasher. Moorish_haberdasher. Also on Instagram, A. Jelani Moorish Book Club. And you can just see some of the stuff. Go mypdfbooks.com, that's books with the Z. I continue to add books on there about every month. And MoorishHaberdasher.com is where you can get all your Moorish American regalia and much, much more. Your fez, your turban, your shinag, everything. But when you're dealing with me and I'm doing live teachings, or if I'm doing live films, I like to show a couple books to offer to the public while you're here listening. And I have all this stuff to go right to your email right then. Like I tell people, the value that I give you, you can't beat it. Just like I asked Morris, do you have From Babylon to Timbuktu? They might, but I said, do you have From Judah Trembles Under Rome? That book like $500-600 on Amazon. It might have went down, but I have all these books for you. I love you all, man, in peace.